Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out with your hosts, Brandon and Colin. On this week's show, spring-loaded candle.
Ahoy.
Ahoy!
What's going on?
Oh, not a lot. My Zoom thing has been playing this game with me. It's like a new game that we play that when I open it, it says, I'm not going to respond to that. And so it'll open and it'll start loading and it'll just be like, not responding.
Oh, no.
And then I close it and then I open it again. It's like, okay, I'm ready now. And I don't.
I've thrown my fit. You may,
yeah.
you may
so
move forward.
It's been like being dumb for a bit, and it doesn't appear to know that we're on the clock tonight. So we got to get going here.
We sure do.
Yeah. So I got a message earlier today, and the city was like, "Hey, what about if we shut the power down at 9:00? Wouldn't that be fun?"
Crazy.
Let's
and
do
what are
that.
they doing this for again?
So apparently, one of the substations is messed up. So potentially from the bunch of storminess that we had the other day, right? There were several people alleged they reported like seeing flares at the substation. That doesn't sound good.
No.
So
that doesn't.
And so they're apparently turning off the power at 9:00 to address the substation problem. Now, they usually do this kind of thing at like 2:00 in the morning. I don't really know why they're doing it now, but whatever.
Well, unless they're expecting it to take a while.
I don't know. Well, it says from 9 to 11. So we'll see.
I don't.
If
that
that's
doesn't
true.
make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what they said. That's what the message says. Maybe they know what they're fixing, and they just have to like turn it off, slot in a new thing, like pull the thing out, stick in a new one, and then juice her back up. I don't really know.
That sounds like something they would do.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully.
Okay.
I'll let you know later how this goes. So, yeah, recording this week, get all kinds of messed up, right? Trying to have severe weather, messing with us the other day.
Yes.
It's
all fun.
Right? So, we had some exciting high wind action. I think there may have been a small bit of hail. Definitely not as big as they thought it was going to be, but it was a wee bit of hail.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah.
And then, so that was fun. And then now apparently it damaged the power station. I don't know. So I did that. The only other thing I did this week is we went the middle school girls had their first volleyball game.
Ooh.
Volleyballing time.
Yes.
Middle school. So it was very good. They did very well. It was a good job. So that was very exciting. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've done this week. I've been dodging storms, watching volleyball, right? So I was out playing music with some people this afternoon, and I had to scurry home so that we could do things and then try to get this done before they turn my power off. What the heck, city? What's going on around here? I don't know.
Well, at least they're keeping it exciting. That's for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the best thing about the the volleyball game, right? So they played through. Apparently, we have like 90,000 girls playing volleyball, right?
Oh,
which is
team.
not bad, right? But we have 3 teams. There's like an A team, and a B team, and a C team, right?
Oh,
yeah, like full teams, right? There's not a lot of sharing happening between the squads.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. So, I mean, it's good, though, right? It's cool.
Yes.
But so, like, the 8th graders are basically the A team, and then the 7th graders are basically the B team. There was, like, some switching in between there, right? And then the 6th graders are, like, the whole C team. Yeah. So, the A team girls were very good. It was very impressive. B team did excellent. And 6th graders it was their first game ever. So, it was very funny. The best thing about it was, like, when they scored, they were like surprised, like, like what? Me?
That's fantastic.
When you watch their face, some of them they'd score and they'd be like, "What?
Wait,
no way!
What happened?" That's amazing. That's great.
That was the best part. They're just like,
there's no way that was me. What
I
happened?
know. They're like shocked. Like, really? A point? No.
And on to the next one, and just keep
Yeah.
going. Well, that's good. I'm glad that, and hopefully they at least had fun, enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think
first
they
ever.
did.
That's pretty big.
It was their first ever because most of them don't play. There is no other like sixth grade is the first year you can play the school game, right? And I don't think any of them play outside volleyball anywhere. So yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I think they have another game this week. I probably won't go to that one, but we'll see how they do. We'll see how their second game goes, right? We'll see how they feel about the second game.
Right. Yeah. Because there's one, and then there's more.
Well, yeah, because you get like the first game, so you're all like jittery
and excited.
This,
yeah.
You don't exactly know the rotation because they were worried. They were like, well, we don't know the rotation. And I was like, first of all, that's the coach's job, right? And then he will just tell you to go over there, right? So you don't have to know the rotation because he will tell you that,
right?
Right? Like, don't worry.
Yeah, that's not on you to remember. It's okay.
Yeah. It's the first game anyway, and he probably is trying to figure out the best places for people, like who is going to be best in what spot, So like, that's not. Don't worry about that.
Right. Yeah. Focus on the game.
Yeah. Calling the ball, right? Just focus on the volleying. Okay?
Right.
Do that. And then
not the rotating.
Yeah.
Right.
He'll tell you what to do there. It's fine. And then they'll blow the whistle. So like you can't, it's fine. Don't worry about
it. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad it was volleyballing time. That's very nice.
It was very fun. So I hope they do good on their next game too.
Well, my week was not very exciting. However, I did write down an observation for you.
Okay.
And then we should probably get into the book because
okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Stuff.
Because crunch time.
Crunch time here.
Before the power goes off.
Before the man
in the dark.
Before the man comes in and cuts us down because they don't want to hear our truth.
Guess what I found in my closet?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, this is
related to me not having power.
This is guess what? This is a great game. I love this game.
What he has in
Brandon
his
pockets.
In his
pocket. What's it have in his pockets?
What does it have in its pockets? That's what. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So related to not having power, yes. I'm going to guess it's like a wind-up flashlight.
No, it's better than that.
Oh, what? Is it a shake flashlight?
No. I found my Boy Scout camping candle lantern.
Oh, yes! What?
Yes!
Oh, I am so jealous. What? That is amazing.
I know.
What? That's
complete with reflectors, baby. Let's go.
My goodness. That is fantastic.
Yes.
I don't think what an ingenious little thing.
This is the greatest thing of all time.
Yes.
Right. I use this thing so much and I still have it. I found it. I was digging around. I was like, I know I have this somewhere. I must find this. Lo and behold. If I light it later, I'll send you a picture. That can be the show.
Yes.
Card this week. Bang.
I love that.
Again.
No, that's perfect. Oh, and it had because those candles were so thick and so amazing.
I don't know if you can buy replacement candles for them anymore, but I have some replacement candles also.
Now, of course, I immediately went to the supply store in the sky and found those candles.
Okay, good.
Yes, they are out there. They are out there. And I am looking at this thing. Oh man. But the thing is that trying to find this with the reflectors, that's the
Well, I had to buy the reflectors separately.
Yeah.
They're separately. But I still have them. I dug them out. One of them is slightly bent. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Totally okay.
Yeah.
Light reflector. Because you had the 3 on the top, or was it just the I forget what it was.
So the reflector that I have is like it like makes the top thing that sits on top of it, like the lid thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
And
then I also have one that like it just like hangs off the side and like projects the light in a forward direction.
Yes. That's the one I remember. And then I also remember it kind of was like a hat. I also have
like the Coleman lantern-ish hat that sits on there.
Yes. Oh my goodness. This is fantastic. This is great. This is great news.
I know, I was so excited.
And they work so well. I think that's the other thing.
Susan was like, "What are you yelling about?" And I was like, "I found it, yes."
Yes.
I knew it was here somewhere.
Now, I have just discovered a technology that I did not know existed. This is, I'm going to send you this picture. Man. It is not just, let me know when that comes through, because I did not know that this existed. It's not.
Oh, it's like a mini.
No, it's not a single candle, Brandon.
Oh, it's three. I thought that was just like the reflection.
I know. This is a 3 candle.
So this is actually bigger than
this is bigger than the camping one, the little mini long burning thing. Yeah.
Picnicky one.
I know.
This is cool too.
But also, I don't know where my little lantern went, but I desperately need one. I need one in my life now.
Another one. That's true. It's just so simple. It's just a candle with a spring on the bottom that as it burns, it just shoves it up.
Further up. Boom.
It's great.
Yeah. I mean, like why?
What else? Yeah,
you don't
absolutely. Overcomplicate this.
It's
beautiful.
I'm not. Megan is in the other room, and she's going to hear this, but I'm secretly adding this to my cart. Hold on. Good. Add to cart.
I won't tell her.
Thank you. I'll just leave it right there and be surprised. This is fantastic. This is great news. This is much rejoicing. I
was very excited.
You know what? In all the news that's going around in the world, this is my favorite news of the day.
It's not really hard to have best news of the week be this.
Oh.
That's what we're here for on this show, ladies and gentlemen. Distractions from the real world. Yes, we know it sucks out there. We're aware. We're here to take your mind off of it.
Hyper aware. Camping
discoveries
lanterns.
Of ancient candle lanterns from 30 years ago in the closet.
I really need to make sure people understand. Like, we're gonna have this picture as a short, that's for sure. But like, it's a cylinder. It's a metal cylinder that like collapses down. So it's like the height of like what, a soda can, but it's not as thick. But yeah, less. And then
when it's collapsed, it's small.
Yeah, and then you pull up, and it extends upward, but it's the glass. That's like the viewing window or whatever. And then from the bottom, it had a little. I think the base was a little plastic screw or metal screw.
Yeah, it screws on. Yeah,
screws in.
I think mine's plastic. But...
And it pushes this candle that's like the size of I don't know, like the handle of a screwdriver or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, like whatever.
Yeah. And it's there's a metal collar at the top that pushes so the candle stays.
Yeah,
right. It holds it like it was opening, so the candle pokes through the collar, and as it burns, right, the candle burns down, but the spring pushes it up so that it's always in the glass globe. That's what lanterns have. And
globe, yes, there we go.
Yeah,
I said viewing window, so whatever.
Lighthouse bit. It's called. It's a globe. Brandon, it's a globe. You know. Yeah. So yes. There we go. There's my exciting observation.
I'm very happy for this. This has made my week. That's for sure. So my observation's not nearly as exciting about this, but I did think immediately of Susan when this happened.
Oh, okay.
So she will be happy to hear this. So I journaled this down, and it says this. It is March 7th at 11:58 a.m. I am at a Jimmy John's. Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You" is blaring over the speakers. Merry Christmas, everyone.
She will approve this message. That is 100% for sure. We just had to take down our winter Christmas tree, or not Christmas tree, right? We leave a tree up. It's like just so that the house doesn't feel quite so forlorn so quickly, right?
Sure.
We have another tree. Like it's a small, because we have two Christmas trees, right? There's one in the bedroom and then one in the living room. Right? So the bedroom one is like skinnier, right?
Okay.
So for the winter, the big Christmas tree gets put away, and all of the Christmas ornaments get put away. right?
Okay.
The skinny tree comes out to the living room and gets adorned with like woodland critters and pine cones.
Okay.
Right. There's like owls and like a moose, right? And like, so it's just like winter vibes. So that she still leaves like the Christmas village up because it's lighted, but it's mostly just like buildings and snow. So like, it's not like overtly Christmas, so she leaves that out. And then we have the winter tree so that it's not just so stark so soon.
Yes.
It'd
be abrupt.
So then all of a sudden your house has no lights and she's like, oh man, boo. And so
oh, but yes, I was sitting there waiting for my sandwich and like it just was creeping up in the background and I was like, what is that song? Because like the previous song was something from modern day that I don't know, and then it flipped to this and it starts off
fade in.
Crossfade in. It starts. I'm like, what? And all of a sudden I'm then I actually like I'm looking more over and over at the guys who are making my sandwich, and they just hang their head because obviously this is not one of those radio stations like a local radio station. This is like just
the Jimmy John's station,
Jimmy John's
right?
station, right? That they have access to. And what was funny is when it ended, I said, so which one of you had that on your playlist? And a lady next to me said, I thought it was a little early to be starting Christmas. And I said, see, I was going to say it's too late for it, but here you are coming out saying it's early.
That's fair.
That's
Which
fair.
one is it? We don't know.
Fair. Oh, so then I grabbed my sandwich and I walked out, but I was very much just like in this weird, like, what is happening right now? Because at first I was thinking, surely it's not that song. Am I just mistaking it for something else?
It is that song.
It was 100% that song. And everybody else also stopped immediately what they were doing and just listened in astonishment.
It's like how I imagine like everybody's head like slowly turned simultaneously.
Yes.
Everybody recognized at the same time what's happening.
Yes. There were 7 of us in that. And I guarantee you all of us, I didn't see the people behind me, but definitely the 2 people in front of me just stopped and then just kind of tilted their head a little bit as they were trying to figure out what was going on. And it was just a little bit of, holiday cheer in March.
Nice. Just in time for St. Patty's Day. Look at that.
Absolutely. That's how we do. We keep it
all
going.
I want for St. Patrick's Day is you.
Yeah. Absolutely. So that was my observation this week.
Pretty good observation.
I don't know about that, but it happened.
It's excellent. I also have another installment of things I heard in 6th grade.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Just for you, just real quickly, right? So I don't even remember what we were doing, right? I don't remember what we were writing even. But this girl, she just all of a sudden she stopped and she kind of like looked at her friend and just out loud all of a sudden goes, I'm too old to not know how to spell minutes.
oh. You know what?
Part of me was like, yes, yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
But just the way she said it was so hilarious.
Too old to spell minutes. Like this, man. There was a sudden crashing of reality into her life at that moment.
I wish I could remember what we were even writing or what. I don't know what we were doing where this would have been like necessary, right? But it was apparently, and she. I'm too old to not know how to spell
that's fantastic.
Minutes. It was pretty funny.
Oh my goodness.
That's good.
Well, I hope. Well, maybe she'll remember this now. Maybe I
hope so. Maybe this will be the turning point, right, where she remembers how to spell it because of this incident, right?
This is it.
Dun, yeah, dun. This is the thing. Bam. So there we go.
Oh my goodness, that's too funny. I love it.
All right. So now on to old Pipperino here.
Yes. Now I will listeners, you may be thinking back to the last time we recorded, and Brandon made the the mistake of uttering the phrase, "Well, we haven't heard about Estella in a while."
No, yep. Ta-da!
Because then we flip to literally the next page. And
I know. I didn't. The first sentence, I promise you, I did not read this. Okay, I need you to know. I promise you. Why should I pause to ask how much of my shrinking from Provis might be traced to Estella? I was like, oh my gosh, dang it! No.
It was too perfect.
Oh,
like we had finished it, and I was like, haha, that's funny. You're right. We haven't heard from her. And then I sat down to read the other day, and I was just like, hug my head. Like, of course.
Oh, no.
We're back. We are back, and we are back with like a vengeance. Like Pip is on a mission right now.
Yeah,
like
weirdly,
this is.
I think we postulated, like, do you think he'll go talk to Haversham about this situation?
Yes.
And I mean, we thought what we actually said was, I think we're pretty sure he's going to, because he's very predictable, and there's really no reason for him to, but he just is going to, because he's insane. And so he's decided that he's going to go, not like reveal the whole situation, because he's still kind of like, I'm not like, because at least we know that Miss Haversham's not like trustworthy, right? So
yes, this is true.
At least we know that. Okay, we've come so far as to understand that is a thing. So we're not going to go like, oh hey, I'm going to tell you all about this random convict that is like hanging out at my house. Okay, we're not going to do that. But like, he just is going to, I don't even know what his whole goal was here. Like, what he wanted from this.
This was what I was trying to figure out, because in this moment, he's basically like, all I can think about is to go talk to Estella and Haversham. And I don't know why. Because there's no reason for him to do this. He doesn't need to go lord it over them or inform them of anything. But now he's like, no, I have to go tell somebody about, I don't know. I was struggling with this of like, why? Like, because this is in my mind, this is also a big shift in how Pip has responded in other things previously. I think the only other time where he's been like taken up with gusto and direction is to help Herbert with the financing
when they were
him.
Putting their affairs in order.
Yeah,
right?
Yes, exactly. Between that and then like him secretly funding Herbert from behind the scenes, like that's the only other time he's taken any initiative in anything else. And now it's with this news of Provost and who he is and what this connection is. I just have to go talk to these two people. Sure, Pip, I guess you need to.
Whatever. Maybe it's because he doesn't really know where else to go. Like he's at this point, he's basically said, I have like turned so far away from like Joe and Biddy that I can never see them again. Right. And so like, even though like he brings it up randomly that he should be there. Like he realizes now that his place all along was there. He's basically like, I've come too far and done too many weird things to go there. So I'm going to go here. But like he goes to Wemmix later, and that makes much more sense. Like,
oh yes, in
the overall scheme of things. Really, we go here for plot, because when we get here, right, we have a bit of like measuring contest here with another person, right? So we get there, we see Bentley Drummond, right?
Drummond
at the inn. Here they're at the boar thing or whatever, and he's
the blue
boar, yeah, and he's like there too, and they're like both not giving an inch, right? Like, oh well, I'm by the fire, and then I'm gonna sit by the fire. And then like this really awkward thing comes where Pip's breakfast gets brought, but he's not going to get up because he's not going to relinquish his place
at all,
because Bentley is there. And like there's just this weird they ignore each other for a long time, and then they pull the like, oh, I didn't see you there.
Yeah. Like, because he reached for the poker and he's like, oh, were you there? And then they have these just very short terse of like, do you stay here long? Can't say. Do you? can't say, said I. Like, oh my gosh, okay, this is really what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because also, remember, the last time they interacted, Pip discovered that Drummel had knowledge of Estella, knew her. And now he's obviously angry by that.
Well, and that's why he knows that's why he's here. Right.
Yes.
Because he's like, it comes up later that he's like going out riding alone because it's too bad or whatever.
Well, he keeps saying the lady and I are to be blah blah blah. He never says her name though.
Yeah, but Pip knows what he's talking about.
Pip knows.
Like the way that he's speaking and looking at him, like he knows. Like Pip doesn't. Like you would also know as a reader, like very clearly what's happening.
Yeah, he says this like 3 times. Like, I say, look here, you sir, the lady won't ride today. The weather won't do, and I don't dine because I'm going to dine at the ladies. Okay, yes, we get it, we understand. And Pip is definitely. And they're squaring off in front of the fire, and his food's getting cold, and the wait staff is like pleading with him to please do something.
It's like, hurry up.
It's
So that's basically chapter 43.
That's it.
Right? We get like this like awkward thing of them like doing that, right? And then
he goes out, he leaves, and I think there's interesting that as Drummel, he goes out, but he comes back for a smoke and a light, and Pip is pretty sure that Orlick is the one who's helping him.
Yeah, he did say that. He did mention, like, what did he say? Drummel leaned down from the saddle and lighted his cigar and laughed with a jerk of his head towards the coffee room windows. The slouching shoulders and ragged hair of this man, whose back was towards me, reminded me of Orlick.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we get. We don't know for sure, but but it probably is, like, where else we go? But like, because this is this book and the same like 6 characters just keep showing back up again. But
yes, we're all connected.
Also, it would make sense that he is equating Orlick to Bentley because we know that Orlick is a no good sleazebag.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah,
and we know that Bentley is a no good sleazebag, right? And so, like,
that's fair.
I think also he may just be equating Orlick with this situation, just because it's not good and Bentley sucks, and so you know who else sucks? Orlick. So
Orlick,
like,
all of them. Yeah, man.
You know,
that makes sense.
Maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty much just a way for him to get to his hometown, and encounter Drummel, and the tension rises.
Yeah, because like he did try to go to Stella's first.
Oh,
but then she was gone, and he was like, "She doesn't go without me anywhere." And then he was like, "Oh crap, something's up."
Yeah,
right? And then because all the other times, like he's been told to get her and bring
to
her,
go with her. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now she went by herself, and so now he's like, "Oh." And then he gets there, and then Bentley's there, and he's like, "Double uh-oh." Right? And
double they up-oh.
Yeah. So now we have more awkward.
This one hurt.
This one is rough, right?
I don't know what to do with this one. Yeah. Because now he goes, we just jump straight to, he's at the dressing table with Miss Havisham and Estella. And Estella is knitting.
Yeah. And he's like, he basically just comes out and he's like, I found out who my patron is. It is an unfortunate discovery, right? Or it is not a fortunate discovery and is not likely ever to enrich me in reputation, station, fortune, anything. There are reasons why I must say no more than that. This is not my secret, but another's, right?
Weird statement.
Yeah. So, you know, he basically kind of says the same thing that he said to Jaggers, is like, you did not, you know, basically like, you misled me by not telling me what's happening.
Yes.
Right. Like, and she was like, any conclusion that you made on your own, the fact that Jaggers is my lawyer and this other person's lawyer is purely coincidence, and I have nothing to do with it. And He's like, but when I fell into this mistake I have so long remained in, at least you led me on. Yes, she returned.
Yes.
I let you go on. And he says to her, was that kind?
Oh, yes.
And she like screams like, who am I? Right? Who am I, for God's sake, that I should be kind?
Right.
Like, yeah, that's true. That's true, Pip. We've been saying that all along. I don't know why this is a surprise to you.
Right. Yeah. She's kind of like the same thing that, I mean, she's responding very much the way Estella has responded before, of like,
Yeah.
I am who I am. What are you talking about here? And then it's, so he's like, yeah, okay, well, we'll just move on here. But he doesn't. They have,
well, he does. But,
he does.
here's the point that I think, like, he does make this point, which I think is very good of him, right? He says, in humoring my mistake, Miss Haversham, you punished, practice on, perhaps you will supply whatever term expresses your intention without offense, your self-seeking relations. Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, look, I have been thrown among family of your relations, Miss Haversham, and have been constantly among them since I went to London. I know them to have been honest under my delusion as myself, and I should be false and base if I did not tell you whether it is acceptable to you or not, and whether you are inclined to give credence to it or not, that you deeply wronged both Mr. Matthew Pocket and his son Herbert.
Yes. Yeah, he's basically coming out to the defense of Mr. Pocket and Herbert.
And he's saying, like, you may not like some people of your family, right? But I'm here to tell you that they're good people. Yeah. And it's wrong what you did to them. And it is wrong that you did this to them.
And she tries to retort and say, but they're your friends. And I love how he responds. He said, they made themselves my friends when they supposed me to have superseded them, when they thought I was getting your money. And he said, and when Sarah Pocket, Miss Georgiana, and Mistress Camilla were not my friends, they were still friends to me, even though they thought I was getting your money, even though they're related to you, they still befriended me. And she was, I don't think she was expecting this.
No, because he's like, what do you want? And he's like, I am not so cunning as you see.
Yes,
I just want, I just need you to know this, because he was like, you're I mean, part of this, he's telling her, like, look, your like vengeful streak, because he also has more insight onto what happens now that we know who Provis is.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, look, you're hurting all these people that have nothing to do with this. You're unintentionally hitting the bystanders, and they're not the people you think they are. Like, maybe like Sarah sucks, but like,
well, yeah, maybe a little.
Matthew,
it's fine,
and Herbert, they have no ill will towards you whatsoever.
Yeah,
and he's basically standing up for them, saying like, this is very wrong.
And then he asks, basically,
because he asks her to
keep doing the thing that he's done. He's like, also, I've been doing this in a certain way to keep them taken care of. Could you please continue to do that? Because I'm about to not have any of that.
Yeah. Well, he's also, it sounds like he's planning on leaving.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. He's planning on leaving because he has said multiple times he doesn't want Provost money anymore. He's done.
Yeah.
But he also doesn't want to leave Herbert alone and without. And so,
well, he's also been talking like with Herbert that the only option is to leave with Provis somewhere.
Yes.
Right. Like they, in order to like make the situation safer for like both of them, like they need to go away.
Yes.
Right. And so like if he goes away, like even if he's going to be like having Provis's money, like because Provis will be there with it, right? Like he can't get it to Herbert.
No, he can't do what he's been doing.
Yeah, because he's leaving. He will not be in Herbert's vicinity.
Yes.
Yeah. So so he's like, he asks her to do that, right? And then then he turns to Estella, right? And basically he hits her with look, I have been desperately in love with you since I first met you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know that you don't love me. even though every once in a while he's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?"
Anyway,
Okay,
also
okay.
just checking.
Yeah, but are you? But really, okay, but no, but okay. And then he like looks at her and it's like, but Bentley
But Bentley
sucks,
of all
right?
people,
Like
yes,
he's the worst people. Like there are people. He basically says like there are people out there that even if you don't like feel the same way about them as they do about you, they will be better to you than he will.
yes,
Right?
yes.
That's basically what he's saying. He's like, I know like you can't, you're the thing and blah and whatever, but uh there you can't. There he's not good.
Yeah.
And you could be able to find somebody better than Drummel, right? So that's basically this part, right? And Miss Haversham is like very like they keep saying that she keeps like clutching her chest, like her heart,
and
right when he says things like this to her,
and she's looking from them back and forth and back and forth, like she is not like, I don't know. I think in one hand you would think that she would be enraptured and enjoy and like loving this of what's happening, but she's seeing this and I don't think she likes what she's seeing, like, or at least, or I don't know, maybe she's doing this out of joy. Maybe wonderful.
I don't know. I don't know, because she feels like upset about it.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. I got more upset out of this, but also I'm like, I don't know. It's Miss Haversham. I'm not going to do this.
Because whenever he's like, I thought and hoped you could not mean it, like that when I say I love you, you don't feel anything, right? You're so young, untried, and beautiful. Surely is not your nature. She's like, it is. And then she's like, oh, swoon. Right. Haversham's like, no, don't say it like that to him. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And and then we get to him saying, "You cannot love him, Estella." Her fingers stopped for the first time as she retorted rather angrily, "What have I told you? Do you still think, in spite of it, that I do not mean what I say?" And then he says, "You would never marry him, Estella."
She's like, "I'm bored, bro." Like,
well, yeah. Then she says, I am going to be married to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're right. She's like, basically, she's going off script here with Miss Haversham's plan, because she's like, I'm bored. I don't like just being flung about and, whatever. This will at least be interesting to me and to do.
Yeah. Like, it's just, she's just like, I'm just sitting around being introduced to people, being doted on, and it's not interesting, and I'm like, don't like it. So at least I'll have something to do. Which is a weird way of saying this, right?
Yeah.
And like after this, because again, right? He's like, surely you can't love him, and she's like, bro, I don't love anybody.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, but he's like so distressed by this that he decides he's just gonna walk back into London.
He does.
We don't really know how far away this is, right? It's not insignificant distance, but he's like so distraught that he's just gonna walk
back,
right? Walk all the way to London.
I love that in one of their parting words, Estella says, "Oh, don't worry about me being a blessing to him, for I won't. I will give him nothing of me." And you're like, oh my goodness, okay. And you're right. He just gets so like he doesn't know what to do, but he knows that he doesn't want to sit. He doesn't want to talk to people. He doesn't want to interact. And I really. I did empathize with him in that moment of like when you're in your head is spinning and so full of just like insert name of emotion here.
Yeah.
The last thing you want is to have to make idle chit chat and banter with people. And
he definitely is not going back to the inn.
Oh, no.
They will be there. Right. So he's definitely not going there.
No. Okay. So he just walks back to London. And I guess it's a good thing that he does do that.
That is true. Well, I mean, he was going to walk up to the door either way.
Yes.
Right? But yes, we get a rather exciting cliffhanger, right? like because where he gets to the door, right, and there is a note.
There's a
Dun, dun, dun.
the gateman
guy.
guard guy. Yeah, he's like, oh, I've got a note for you, and you're to read it here under my lantern light. Like that's a weird sentence, but okay. And
please, and the note says, please read this here. Right. Also, we need to talk about just how there's this just very strange detail right here that you don't have in 2026 because he holds it up and read inside and he immediately recognizes Wemmick's handwriting. Right?
Yes.
He's like,
yes,
in Wemmick's script, right? Because if you're communicating solely by handwritten notes all the time, you do have an idea of how people write. So like, outside of like Susan and Dad, I can't really tell who else is writing things, right? Because both of them are like so distinct.
Yeah.
Right. That like, and some of my kids, right? Because they're clearly like, oh, this is so terrible. Like I know exactly. Right. You always recognize those ones. The ones where you're like, oh boy, I can't hardly read this. I know exactly who this is. Like,
nice.
But you know, that's not a thing that you do anymore.
No.
Right? So that was a thought that I had. But the note says, in all caps. I don't know if Wemmick writes in all caps or not, but in the text,
we have before us.
Don't go
home. But what? What a fantastic cliffhanger for a serially released newspaper, like writing.
True, right?
Like what a fantastic way to just be like, I'm going to get lots of readers next time.
Yeah, really saved that one for close to the end here. Like, I'll get them finally with this one. Like,
yes.
But so he just turns around and he leaves.
He does.
Right? He goes to some just random.
We would consider these a like by the night like a motel on the side,
and
right?
It's not nice in there at all.
It is not a nice motel. This is true.
It was pretty not great. What a doleful night. How anxious, how dismal, how long. There was an inhospitable smell to the room of cold soot and hot dust. And as I looked into the corners of the tester over my head, I thought what a number of blue bottle flies from the butchers and earwigs from the market and grubs from the country must be holding up in there. Lying by for next summer.
And then he starts thinking about what if any of them ever tumble down. And then I fancied that I felt light falls on my face, a disagreeable turn of thought.
Yes.
And then suggesting other and more objectionable approaches up my back. And so he's basically feeling he's got bugs crawling all over him.
Yeah, he's in not a great place here.
Nope.
He keeps like like in his dreams, like he's just haunted by this "don't go home," right? Like that's what's sort of happening here.
Yeah, and it's being turned over in different phrases, like "you can't go home," "you won't go home," "you can't," like "don't not go." Like it was just very. There's a lot going on in there with him.
Yes, yeah, and so like when he gets up in the morning, he immediately leaves, which, as you do, right?
Yes.
So. I did like I had left directions that I was to be called at 7, for it was plain that I must see Wemmick before seeing anyone else.
Yes.
And equally plain that this was a case in which his Walworth sentiments only could be taken.
Yes.
Right. So we can't go to work to see Wemmick. Right. This is personal Wemmick. Okay. So we must not conflate this with work Wemmick. Right. This is personal Wemmick. So we must go to the castle.
Yep. We're going to the castle.
Yes. And he was very much relieved to get out of here because he didn't really sleep that often. Turns out that's not a problem.
No.
Right?
Definitely
so
not.
He gets there and he it's like early morning still, and no one's not really up yet. And he's like, and Wemmick's like, aha! So you did come home after all. He's like, yes, but I didn't go home. He goes, good.
Well,
and then we
find
Wimmick's like, yes, he's very devious, right? He's a very.
I love this Wimmick.
I know.
We need
he
more.
Was prepared.
He went to not just the one gate, but he just like, I didn't know where you were coming home, so I went to all of them, and I'm going to make sure I need to go back and pick them up so that you don't want evidence around. I mean, what?
Yeah, he's like, it would never do to. It's a good rule never to leave documentary evidence if you can help it, because you don't know when it may be put in.
Okay.
And he's like, also, just in the next sentence, he's like, I'm awful sorry to ask you this, but would you mind toasting this sausage for the aged? And he's like, yes, of course.
Yeah.
It's
fantastic.
And then he says this because like this Mary Ann lady, who's like the maidest servanty lady or whatever,
yes,
she just like comes by to like help out with stuff. He's like, okay, you can go, right? And she leaves, and he's like, all right, now Pip.
Now Pip. He literally says, now Pip.
Yes. Like, and very conspiratorially. And again, we get this like a very talking in circles, shenanigans.
It is fantastic.
Right? It is like Mr. Jaggers again, right? Like,
he says something, he keeps talking about how he accidentally heard, I was at a place where I took you once, but I'm not, but I'm not going to say or name that place.
Well, he says, I accidentally heard yesterday morning, said Wimmick, being in a certain place where I once took you, even between you and me, it is well not to mention names when avoidable.
So he went to the jail.
Yeah. I heard by chance yesterday morning that a certain person, not altogether of uncolonial pursuits and not unpossessed of portable property, I don't know who it may really be, we won't name his person, had made some little stir in a certain part of the world where a good many people go, not always in gratification of their own inclinations, and not quite irrespective of the government expense, right?
And
right,
was there
so Australia? This is Australia, right?
Because prisoners were sent there.
Yes, right. By disappearing from such place and being no more heard of thereabouts, conjectures have been raised and theories formed. I also heard that you at your chambers in Garden Court Temple had been watched and might be watched again. By whom? I wouldn't go into that, said Wimmick.
Right.
It might clash with official responsibilities. I heard it, as I have in my time heard other curious things in this same place.
Yes. And then he's very specifically says, I don't tell you on information received. Basically, he's saying, I didn't hear this secondhand.
Yeah.
I heard
it. Like somebody, yeah. I didn't hear from a guy who heard from a guy. Like, I heard this.
This is what I heard, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And then they go to toasting the aged and having something.
Have some breakfast and some stuff or whatever. So then they kind of figured out like that they're trying to form a plan, right? Like he asks him also about this Compison person and if he's alive, right? And he's like, don't answer. He like basically, again, we're playing games. So he's like, you don't have to say it out loud. Just nod. Right. And so he asks if he's alive. Is he in London? Nod. Right. And then he's like, okay, anyway.
Questioning over.
Yeah. Let's talk about other things. Right. Oh man. So yeah, we've got and also, right, the other part of this, like he's not done talking in circles though. He's like, I went to the garden court not finding you. I went to find Herbert, and without mentioning any name or going into details, I gave him to understand that if he was aware of anybody, Tom, Jack, or Richard, being about the chambers or about the immediate neighborhood, he had better get Tom, Jack, or Richard out of the way while you were out of the way.
Yes.
And I like this. He would be greatly puzzled And he was like, "Oh, he was."
He was puzzled, not to less because I gave him my opinion, but it's not safe to right. He's like Tom Jack. He keeps giving multiple names. Like, look, I don't know the guy, but if it was
Yeah,
idiot,
like if there was some guy, I don't know his name, whatever.
yeah. But you just imagine poor Herbert sitting there being like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
Yeah, but basically they it comes to pass that they've decided that Herbert's woman, who
Her
also
dad?
doesn't, so Herbert's girl who
Oh,
does not like Pip
Pip
because
at all.
he's like,
Oh.
are you acquainted with this woman? He's like,
Not personally.
exactly.
I love this because
and
then
then
he said,
he's
he says
like,
the truth was that she had objected to me as an expensive companion who did Herbert no good, and that when Herbert had first proposed to present me to her, she had received the proposal with such very moderate warmth that Herbert had felt himself obliged to confide the state of the case to me with a view to the lapse of the little time before I made her acquaintance. And he's like,
That's
anyway.
Also, it is true. He's like, I didn't bother telling Wemmick all this, but basically it was just like, yeah, I haven't. I've only communicated with her through Herbert. Anyway, Herbert's girlfriend Clara, right? She also has an aged parent.
Yes.
Wow, who is about, and they have another room in the house or above wherever they are,
Wherever he is.
down by the shipyard place.
Oh, yes. The shipyard place, you say?
Yes. And he's like, hey, so they took him there, this Tom, Jack, or Richard, to this place, and if you should want to slip him out board on some sort of foreign pack boat, there he is, ready to go.
Ready. He's ready. Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's where he is. And he's basically like, I made it clear to Herbert that he should be moved when you were not around, so that the suspicion would not be to you,
yes,
being associated with him.
Yep.
Got him. Like that.
Oh.
So yeah,
it's like, yeah, it's all about diverting suspicion and confusion in it. For the same reason I recommended that even if you came back last night, you should not go home. It brings in more confusion. And you want confusion.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, boy, do we ever have that, right?
We absolutely do. And then Wemmick's like, well, I've done all that I can. And now he's switching back to from a Woolworth point of view. And
like he's putting his coat on, right?
Yes.
It's like a very hilarious transition. Like he puts his coat on, he's getting ready to go, and he's sort of like, okay, well, I can't talk about this anymore because I'm getting ready to leave. And he's like, you can stay here, like if you're good to go, like you can stay here for today for a while,
Yeah.
He'll be up presently, and you can spend some time with the aged, which they do by. I soon fell asleep before Wemmick's fire, and the age and I enjoyed one another's company by falling asleep before it more or less all day.
Yep. He fell asleep.
Well, I mean, he didn't sleep last night, though, in the Roach Motel. So, this isn't so bad.
No.
So, yeah. So, when it was quite dark, I left the age preparing the fire for toast, and I inferred from the number of teacups, as well as from his glances at the two little doors on the wall, that Miss Skiffins was expected.
Oh.
So he's like, all right, well, they're going to do their thing, and I'm going to just get out of their way. I'm just going to go and figure out what the heck to do now. So, yeah.
Also, Wemmick did give one last piece of advice, where he said, avail yourself of this evening to lay hold of his portable property. You don't know what may happen to him. Don't let anything happen to the portable property.
Oh, yes. Which is just code for money, right?
Yeah.
This is code for money.
Get his money.
Yeah.
Money.
So in case something does happen, you have it.
Yes.
Right. Because they gave it, like, whatever was left in the account, Jaggers returned, right? Since he had made himself known, that was the deal. So it's around somewhere. So yeah, like that's what.
and then he's off.
Yeah.
Oh, these three. It's probably just because they were much more actiony.
They were much more actiony
for Pip himself too.
I'm also I'm pretty like if these last several aren't actiony, there's going to be a problem, right? Like because surely now like things have to be cranking on, right?
Yes.
Like things have to be happening like big time.
There's no way they can't.
Yeah.
At this point, like there are so many things in motion at this time between. I mean, obviously the net closing in around Provis. Obviously the whatever his name was around Estella and Haversham. What's the guy's name? Compagnon or whatever.
Oh, Compison.
Compison.
This Compison fellow.
Yes. This is we're moving here, and I expect the next ones to be equally as.
We'll see. I don't really
chip-choppy.
know what the. Yeah, who knows what in the world is about to be happening here, but I don't know. We're running out of book, right?
We are.
I think there's only 59 chapters. Yes. 59 chapters. And we're on 46. So
it's getting there.
We're getting there. All right. Boom.
Slowly.
And this afterword is, by the way, fake in my book. Right?
Oh.
The afterword that I have is just like because I was flicking through here and it's just like it's not part of the story. It's like talking about Dickens. So like
okay.
So it's not a real afterword.
Whoever put that
it's,
version together.
It's an afterword written by Annabelle Davis Goff, just about Dickens things. Probably about like some of the stuff in the book that you were supposed to get while you're reading it. So we'll see if I got it right later. But
I wouldn't bother with that.
Yeah. Well, it's better than reading when they put that stuff in the beginning, right?
Well, that's true.
Unlike classic novels, they put it in the foreword.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, foreword where it tells you all about the book. You're like, wait a minute. Hold on. I don't want to read this now.
Fantastic.
I haven't read the book yet.
Yes.
It's okay to read that on your second read, but if you've read it for the first time, you don't need to read the foreword about somebody else telling you about how this book works because you haven't read the book yet. So it doesn't make any sense to put it at the beginning. So in this case, it's placed in the correct spot, but it's called the wrong thing.
Yes.
So, so yeah, we'll see what on earth is going to happen. Like, is Pip going to leave? Like, does he? I don't really know where we're at right now because like it feels like we're gearing up to like run away.
It does.
I don't know where we're going.
That's the thing,
right?
And
like,
I have a suspicion that he's actually. I don't know. I am thinking that he's not actually ultimately going to run away, and that hopefully he'll be steered back to a forge, but probably not.
I doubt it because he's pretty stubborn about this.
I know. I can hope. I just hope.
So I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past Dickens. Be like, and he ran away, and then it's like 9 years later.
Right. It's the last paragraph, and it just says 9 years later.
That's what it'll be something dumb like that. Like, so yeah, I don't really know, and I don't know what. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know. That's a possibility. He could, but I don't know. Like, gets his hands on the total property, and then ducks, and then narcs on Provis.
Yes.
And then he gets a big double cross. Pip will not do that, though.
He's not going to do that.
He's not going to do that. Betray him for his money. That's not something he would do. That's not very Pippy of him. You know. But we'll see. So I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what's about to happen.
Well,
except for
yes,
I have a haiku to read.
A haiku, yay!
Before my power disappears.
I know we gotta. We're doing great on time now.
I know. I'm just really like freaked out. Like, who knows if 9 o'clock is the real time? If it'll be like.
Because that's the other thing. You could just be sitting around for an additional like 30 minutes waiting for something to happen. And
yeah, then, I know.
And then like, because it's not like it's going to be kind of weird if exactly at 9 o'clock everything just goes. Let me know. But like also the other thing is you could just be waiting minutes upon minutes upon minutes. So
yeah. So we'll see what's about to happen here. But
okay.
Anyway, just to be safe.
Yes.
Right. Do you have any other closing thoughts before we left here?
I do not. I think we're all
Okay.
good on my end. So
All right. Well,
okay.
here we go. Bang. Soaring through the air, all eyes watching, filled with hope. Landing, the crowd roars. Hey, there we
Nice. Nice.
And then the girls turn to look at each other and go, "Me? I did
Yeah.
what?
There's
No
a
way!
second.
I
There's a
did-"
second haiku of the faces turn.
Yes.
Surprise reaches across their face. Right.
Yeah.
Something.
Shock.
Shock, and awe.
Yes. The point total climbs. Shocked faces stare at scoreboard.
Yeah. See. Okay. This is good. No, I like that. Very nice. Nice. Okay. Look, we started and ended with volleyball. Wonderful.
Boom.
Okay.
We kept it up in the air all that time.
Ooh, got it. Nice.
That's because we're a professional organization who values continuity
It is.
and whimsy, but
And whimsy.
also continuity.
Also continuity, because that's what we do here. How many?
That's what we do here.
We do.
Right?
We're staying.
Boom.
Yes, Contin. Ooh, AT. How many? You know what? That doesn't show up in here. It does one time. One time. There we go. That's
There you
right.
go.
Very good. Well, and on that, we'll end.
Bombshell.
Bombshell. Boom. We're continuous, and we'll.
Right. You'll
do
get
this
my
again.
lantern ready.
Please find some matches. And the countdown has started.
Indeed.
Okay. Very good. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.